Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to you on this chilly day in Gauteng. So our webinar for today is all about the professional accountant's role in data. My name is Letty Janse van Vuren and I will be your facilitator for the next 2 hours. IFAC issued this document in May. All right, so they issued it. I think it got published on their website a month later. And all this is about discussing the data management value chain. It's a 38-page document that was issued by them, and it's all about how we as accountants can reimagine our roles in the digital economy. We all know that times change, things change, and we have to adapt with the times. And this will focus on how you could maybe expand your services to include monitoring with data and how your role could be defined in terms of data. Right. There's my little background. This is what I do for a living as a professional trainer and webinar host. I do research and I write webinars and then I present them. Right. And then I also do technical consulting. I consult to all sorts of audit firms and accounting firms on compliance issues, when they've got policies or procedures that need to be implemented, or when they have like file reviews or technical questions on definitely not tax, but sometimes tax. More in the line of auditing in terms of what their audit opinion should be or what the effect should be. All right. So let's get cracking with what's on the agenda for today. Our contents that we'll be working through, we're going to start off with an introduction, and then we're going to look at data, driving more informed decisions, just a quick roll of data, and then looking at the digital economy, which is our new era that we are in. And then the majority of today will be spent on the data management value chain. So that is a very, very important topic. And inside the DMVC, there's also the potential role of PAs in the data management value chain, which is important because this tells you where you fit in and how you can expand your business. And then lastly, we're going to look at 3 case studies. I'll look at them briefly. You can work your way through them in detail. I think they're about 12 pages. It's about 4 pages each in terms of the case studies. So we can work your way through that. All right. But you have been provided the entire document for reference purposes. All right, starting off with our quote. I found a quote. All these people are standing here looking at data and trying to make sense of all the graphs and stuff. And I found an unknown quote whereby it says, an accountant is someone who does precision guesswork based on unreliable data provided by those of questionable knowledge. So this unknown quote contains the crux of what we work with. We work with data that is provided by management or provided by whoever we gather it from. So we've got to make sure that where we get the data, the people do not have a questionable knowledge, that they are knowledgeable. And we have to make sure that the data is not unreliable. We've got to make sure that the data is reliable. So whatever we obtain and whatever function we fulfill with data, we always have to ensure the integrity and reliability of data. All right. We still do precision guesswork, all right, because we do draw conclusions, especially if we work with budgets and stuff, and we are now asked to hold our little crystal balls and look into the future. All right. So I just thought that's a very important quote. Let's start off with the introduction. Firstly, during the slides, you'll see that I have used some abbreviations. If you see IFAC, that stands for the International Federation of Accountants. That's the main body who actually issued the document that we will be working through today. IFAC is also the one who issues our code of conduct, and all the professional bodies then adopt the IFAC code. All right, so they're a very, very important body for us as accountants. If you see me using the term PA, right, it's not PA as in Afrikaans. PA stands for professional accountant, and that's the abbreviation that I've used throughout the slides. And then lastly, DMVC stands for data management value chain. All right. So let's just have a look. If we go to this document, it is an international publication, all right, because it was issued by IFAC. And what does this document do? It outlines a new model, right? A new model called the data management value chain. And in that, accountants can actually reimagine their roles to meaningfully contribute to the digital economy. Because at the moment, we are just forced to adapt. We've all been forced to adapt digitally, forced quickly as well by COVID and working from home, with having to become very digital all of a sudden, those of us that weren't. And those of us that were have actually had to become more secure and more digital. Right. So you'll know that the pressures are there and we have adapted. But now the same pressures that you feel are also felt by your clients. And is there not another role that you can then fulfill? Because everybody works with data. And as a professional accountant, we stand in good standing or in a position of authority, and people look up to us because of our services that we provide. So because of the position that we have, that puts us in a unique position to actually say, what else can we do with this data? What else can I do? All right. The entire discussion paper can be used as guidance and support tool, right? And it was released by IFAC together with CPA Canada. That's the Chartered Professional Accountants of Canada. So it is available on both of their websites, and I've already gone and done the download for you. So this is what the document looks like. You'll see there it is, 38 pages. And I will be taking you through this document, but I'll be taking you through the document that I've highlighted in. All right, just so that it's for completeness purposes. And as we go through, I will tend to highlight even more more data for you. So as you can see, this document consists of an introduction and then straight into the data management value chain. And then in the appendices at the bottom here, the appendices actually show you the 3 case studies. All right. So let's get back to our slides. Digitally, it says here, the volume of digital data is exploding worldwide. Do you know that in the last 2 years, the data has exploded to where it is now? Previously, it was never this bad, okay? It said in 2020, digital data was estimated to a total of 40 zettabytes, all right? So that's 40 with 12, 16, 12 zeros behind it. So a zettabyte is a 16 zeros, gigabytes. So those are the number of gigs. And that's up. 10 years ago, it used to be 1.2 zettabytes, and now we're up to 40. And they say that 90% of the 40 have been created in the last year. And then that the total data volume from now on is expected to double every 2 years. So you can see that there's a real drive towards data. And we've got all of this data. And what do we do with it? Data is not only a commodity, all right? It is an asset that holds the key to unlocking powerful insight-drawn decisions. Like any other massive change, the data revolution is not without its changes, okay? The regulatory standards have tried to keep up, but they have not. Everybody knows that we're still in the beginning stages, right? We're still in the beginning stages of our POPIA. In South Africa, what have we got? We've got POPIA as the POPIA. Sorry, guys. POPIA as our legislation that we've got that is there to protect data, Protection of Personal Information Act. And on the flip side of the coin, we've got PIA, which is the promotion of access to information. But all of that is centered around data.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.